Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Sunday, August 13th, 2023, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast. This is episode 81 manga. I'm TJ,
I'm Matt.
And I'm Bryce.
and spoilers up ahead. But as far as announcements are concerned, please keep checking out the YouTube page. It looks like our episodes are I keep kind of thriving on there. We're getting consistent views in like the 20s and 30s, which may not sound like a lot for some of our listeners, but it's meaningful to us. And we thank you guys as always for the views and the shares and the participation. It's really appreciated. And of course, check out our social media, our Instagram page. We're still, well, Matt is still dropping I'm not going front Matt. That's all Matt. He's doing a great job at it with the manga caps every week. So please peep that. And of course, engage with us, right? Any thoughts you may have, hit us up. We're down for it, right? Now, as far as the docket for this week, it's very thin. It is thin. I'm assuming there's some type of holiday going on this past weekend in Japan, or maybe it was just like a scheduled mandatory break for the mangakas because sometimes they overwork themselves. But
They
with
don't do
that
that
being
for
said,
animators.
with that being said, this week we only have Hajime no Ippo as well as Chainsaw Man. Then of course we do have our topic of the week after we go over our favorite chapter this week. We do have our topic of the week, which is what, fellas?
What is our
Eddie.
mount? Go ahead.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah. It's Eddie character Mount Rushmore.
Yes. Yes.
We went pretty, now we going petty.
With with
He
that,
right.
with that, Matt, take us into Ippo, please.
All right. So we got chapter 1431 entitled The Grim Reaper's Dream. Picking back up
A dream.
for real.
read Word Up magazine, salt and pepper and heavy D up in the
It was all a dream. Used to fight in the alleys, make niggas bleed. So we got Mashiba is just getting out of jail, and Mizutani is coming to pick him up, already super sick and all that. And he's like, "Hey, Rio, like, I know you just got out of jail. Shit sucks. I know it does, but got you a job. You can go see your sister, all this other stuff." Pretty much is trying to let Rio feel like he's in a positive space, or at least let him know that there's a positive way to spend things, and he is the person who originally takes Mashiba to the boxing gym. And it's the first time Mashiba is praised for whooping ass outside of like the Yakuza. And he's like, wow, this is kind of crazy. And then his little trucking company job that we typically see him work, we see the beginning of that, and him sitting down with Kumi and her making the decision she wants to go become a nurse, and Rio making the decision, all right, well, I'm gonna work my ass off, especially because he finds out in boxing he can become rich if he becomes a world champion. So his motivation,
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was that broke, man, I couldn't picture this.
his motivation is purely to, at this point get rich, just because of all the ways that he and his sister have been screwed around and stuff, as far as their finances have been concerned. And we kind of go back with Mashiba on his trip through, I guess you could say, his rise through the rankings, and this darker alter ego that he was trying to suppress, and apparently remanifested itself during his fight with Miyata, when he decided to step on Miyata's foot during their fight, and when he beat him. And surprise, surprise, who eliminated that demon out of his body? The equalizer. My pain is your pain, but your pain
relax.
will also still be your pain. Ippo. This also was like the coldest photo of Ippo standing over.
Yeah, it was like on
oh my
on
god,
the same level as that Muhammad Ali standing over dude he knocked out.
yeah, it's
Same
crazy
energy.
because Ippo's such like a nice guy, but when he cuts it on, it's just like, you shouldn't have made me do that to you. Like, that's how he's looking at him. Like, now, why did you make me do that? Like, why would you make me act this way? He's not that crazy, but at any rate, we flash back to, Mashiba losing that fight, and we also flash back to his memory of Mitazani passing away right after that fight, and how ashamed he was that he even lost in the first place because this guy believed in him. And also, in addition to that, the anger he felt in this guy's passing because he told him everybody leaves him anyway, like right when he first met him. And obviously it was like, it's nothing that this guy could have done about that. He's fucking sick. But you get the point. We're kind of building more into this character of Mashiba. And then as Mashiba's sitting there reminiscing, he's thinking about this true demon he's going to have to face. And we see Mashiba's coaches looking at Tate for Rosario. And we pretty much leave off with who can be the person that will ultimately become Mashiba's sparring partner, because he needs a guy that's a lefty, that's aggressive, and that can fight inside. And to no one's surprise, Mashiba has been laying motherfuckers out in the gym, and he needs sparring. So that was kind of both my review and overview of the chapter, and I will pass it to TJ.
50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine, and a chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's. Okay. Shout out to his probation officer. Rest in peace to a real one who could clearly see that Mashiba is not inherently evil. And that whole thing about him saying it's like, everybody betrays me. Clearly, that is also a trauma response / defense mechanism, right? It's like they can't hurt me if I push them away, right? I can't get hurt again emotionally if I just push everybody away. That's a typical trope that we see with that type of character. But yeah, all his actions from this chapter, previous chapters, clearly some type of trauma response. His PO introducing him to boxing and changing his life for the better is awesome. I just really dig that we're getting a bunch of character development and depth with this character. It's great. It really endears him to us, right? Like it humanizes him. He's less of just like Kumi's asshole, overprotective brother, and so on and so forth. The dude who plays dirty in the ring. It's like, oh, he's just had no real opportunity to be even a teenager, to be able to just breathe, because everything he's experienced up to this point has been, I got to grow up fast. I got to take care of my sister. I got to figure out a way to make money. These debt collectors are on my head. Like he hasn't got a break.
His whole life is desperation.
Yeah, like he's literally always in survival mode. And I honestly think that demon that he characterizes or that manifests is quite literally just the personification of all his trauma. All of his trauma, just trying to preserve him and allow him to survive. Now, the question is, like Matt said, kind of echoing Matt, is like, will they be able to find a quote unquote human being like Marcus Rosario? What if Ippo is just actually like, hey, I can go southpaw now, and they just bring Ippo in to help him figure out how to deal with Rosario? I think that'd be hilarious. But yeah, no, I'm not mad at this Mashiba arc right now. I'll pass it back.
Do you think Mashiba and his desperation will fist bump like Naruto and Kurama?
I don't know. I feel like that would take this manga in a completely different direction. It's like how JoJo was relatively normal, and then what was it?
And then what? Goddammit!
That Zappelli came out of nowhere talking about or was it Ario Speedwagon who came out of nowhere and introduced the concept of like the like key and shit like that.
That was Zappelli.
JoJo just that was Zappelli, right? And it just went left out of nowhere. I was like, yo, I'm into this, but hold on. Yeah. I feel like something like that would definitely make this manga go left in a good way, but still, that'd be hella different.
To be fair, though, JoJo's kind of weird from jump because everybody vogues. It's like
I don't know. Those first few chapters wasn't much voguing going on when
they do it on the covers.
Okay, it's like when Dio came, because I read the first couple volumes of JoJo, it wasn't that crazy. But yeah,
I'm telling you, wasn't that crazy? He cooked this man's dog,
right? But he
pissed on his dad's grave.
but it wasn't where it
Damn, I got
is
to scratch my
now.
lip.
Like, dude, if you take any episode of JoJo present day compared to those first chapters, you'd be like, is this the same series? Am I wrong?
I give you that.
It's like,
And then the nigga strike a pose and he'd be like, nah, this JoJo. It's JoJo.
sorry for doubting y'all. My bad.
Nah, it's cool because now I got to change my list. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Here we go.
All right. Well, with that,
Yep.
it's on you, Bryce.
All right. Okay. So it looks like we going into Chainsaw Man. All right. We going into chapter 138, Swordman. Well, fellas, we were all wrong, fam. We was thinking she's some type of crazy ass devil. She probably is a devil, just not in that.
Yeah.
Denji and her are having this standoff with the bats after, of course, Denji took out these random ass assailants in a karaoke bar trying to kill them. She comes through and takes out an assailant with a gun that was trying to kill Denji from behind. Shocks the hell out of him, shocks the hell out of me too. And then we find out that she's not an enemy. She's actually there to protect Denji. She is from the public safety extermination devil division. And her name is Fumiko Mifune. This is a dope name. I like the alliteration. So basically Denji's like, what the hell going on? And we find out she's, like I said, she's his bodyguard. And the reason why she let this dude get attacked by a bunch of random ass dudes at a karaoke bar was she just tried to get her groove on. I can't blame her for that. So
I had to finish the song.
Definitely can, bro.
You had to finish the song. She knew Denji could handle himself.
She's on the clock.
That's crazy though, Bryce. It is still wild, bro.
Hey, she know who she protected. It's Chainsaw Man. But yeah, just
literally had one
like,
anyway. Go ahead.
this looks like just more ways to make sure that Denji doesn't transform anymore. Which begs the question: there's a lot of people that knows that Denji is Chainsaw Man. Like, it's a lot. So how this is gonna play out further is gonna be very interesting. And we transfer back over to Asa and Yoru, and very interesting conversation. I like the fact that they're kind of switching roles. Denji's kind of in this depressive, I don't know what to do state, and now Asa's the one kind of in the spotlight, being the superhero-ish. She's having this conversation with Yoru. They still both have very different reasons as to go on with the plan, which is to kill. Well, Asa wants to protect Denji, and Yoru wants to kill Denzel. So we still going off.
Oh my god, you found this man Denzel. I forgot about that.
Denzel.
I told who the fuck is Denzel? I was like,
I immediately went back to the episode where I was gone.
For reference,
we get the reference.
The red chainsaw man is Denji,
right? And the black chainsaw man is Denzel.
That's how that's what we're naming. So
that's what you're naming him. But yeah,
I thought we agreed. I thought this was already.
I wasn't there.
It was in the group chat, but okay. Yeah. So and we see that Asa is starting to enjoy the spotlight. It's kind of creeping her out, but she's enjoying it. In fact, the last image we see, somebody pointing at her image, and she's kind of smiling. This weird, creepy ass smile, bro. Asa weirds me out. I don't like her as a character, but she here. Then we transfer over to Denji, looking at the poster of Asa, and he's kind of a little sad about it. He's missing that chainsaw life. And then we get this interesting character that talks to him in a hoodie, kind of side by side with Denji, talking like he knows him. Denji asks him who he is, and he's kind of freaked out that he doesn't know who he is. And so they just kind of have this conversation, and he introduces himself as Swordman. And the question comes in, is this dude Denzel? So, interesting chapter, really good. What Where is this going? I don't know, but hell, I am down for the ride. What do y'all make of Swordman? I'll pass it along to Matt.
I really could have swore we seen Swordman before, so that made me fucking nervous. And so it was like, you had a hard time with this nigga last time. Like,
oh shit, is that him?
He could be reincarnated. I wouldn't put it past him. Well, I guess technically the other guy's name was Katana Man, but like he was an older guy.
Yeah.
Like he was older. Like if he got reincarnated, he could very well look like this as a younger man.
Right.
But he has fought a sword nigga before. You feel me? That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
That was really the main note. I was just like, Sword Man, is this also Katana Man? Like, is this the same nigga? Has he now returned as well? Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm gonna pass to TJ.
I still don't trust Fumiko. How do you royally fuck up like this on your first day? Like your only job is to protect Denji, and the first thing you do is molest him. She's an adult, mind you, and he's still a teenager.
You know what? You're right. We don't have to double back on short.
Right. And then proceed to sing some nonsensical lyrics while he fights for his life.
Like, okay, now I'll get you on the first part, but you know, sometimes you just gotta let it jam out. Fam.
Wait, what?
Bryce, you are going to get in trouble. What's the end goal with her character?
If a fire busts out,
nigga, right I'm moving now. Past you. I still have a feeling she's a devil fiend. Right?
I'm just saying,
bro, you gotta stop playing devil's advocate, Bryce. That water's gonna start getting hot, bro. You need to stop,
bro. This is the way he lives.
Why can't she jam, bro? That's all I'm saying, bro. That's
man.
If a fire broke out right now and I'm singing "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal, I'm finishing the song. I'm finishing the whole thing. That's all I'm saying.
This is really insane.
All I'm saying, we all got one. We all got one song.
I feel like I'm gonna stop singing though, Bryce. If it's a fire,
I'm like, okay, well, you know,
it depends,
life and whatnot. But all right, anyway, I'm curious what the end goal is with her character. I feel like she's a devil fiend, and Yoshida's behavior is still questionable. Like, where did he even pop up from? Because they had moved to a different location. They were in the movie theater. Now they're in the karaoke bar. He had supposedly left them alone. And he was like, man, she's a handful, huh, Denji?
Damn, technically speaking, he was there too, and he ain't do shit. It's worse on his part because
he showed up after the fact, or he was definitely watching from afar. Maybe probably doing like a. All right, I'm gonna move on to my next point. Asa and Yoru are getting high on their own supply, secretly enjoying the amount of fame they're receiving right now. It's important to remember that Yoru is after the Black Chainsaw Man, not the red one. I heard that. Is Swordman Katana Devil? If he was defeated by Black Chainsaw Man, then it would make sense why he was forgotten. But then, no, if I remember correctly, if it's Katana Devil, then they stomped him out. They literally stomped him in the nuts.
I don't think they killed him.
Him and Aki, right? They literally stomped him in the nuts for like a good 3 hours until the cops came through.
Stomp him in the nuts.
Quite literally. So I don't know, because the whole thing is, all right, let's say he is someone that Denji's dealt with or that Chainsaw Man has dealt with in the past. If he's forgotten, then it could mean that Chainsaw Man killed him or ate him, because that's the chainsaw's power, right? The reason why he's so fearsome is he erases your whole presence as a devil from the world. Like you never even existed.
You ain't happening.
Exactly. So it'd be interesting to see what the backstory there is. And if it is Katana Devil and he just reincarnated into a different being, that'd be interesting as well. But I'm curious, definitely. That's where I'm at with that. I'm gonna pass it back over to Bryce.
Yeah, I know the Death Devil somewhere. I know he's here. I know it is. I know he's here. Where is he coming from? That's all I need. The Death Devil, I feel like the Death Devil would have some type of interest in Denji. He wouldn't want to kill Denji because technically Denji works for
It's
him.
his homie. Yeah.
It work. It's synonymous with him. Devils fear Denji because he's the only way they die. Therefore, death would be like insanely powerful just based off of Chainsaw Man's existence.
Right.
Why would he want to kill him? If anything, he's protecting. So, we gonna see. We gonna see. But this is gonna be the most interesting segue. What's y'all favorite chapters this week of what we got? Of the little we did get.
Oh, I'm going Hajime no Ippo all day.
Hajime no Ippo. I want to say Dan. Yeah, I gotta say Dan to Dan.
Wild Strawberry. Wild Strawberry was pretty crazy.
Okay.
It's got some Chainsaw Man elements to it for sure now.
Like on some like cruel, evil, what the fuck shit, or on some like, hey yo, what am I reading? What the fuck shit?
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was coming off super serious. Okay.
No, it's like it's the Chainsaw. It's got Chainsaw Man bits minus the silliness.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds like one I gotta start reading because I gotta read something besides the Kengan series because this shit is a trip. Yeah, I'm in Kengan Omega now, and then I'm gonna shut up because something happened and I can't. That's like a major sport, so I'm gonna shut up.
Fair enough.
But I guess I will transfer it back over to TJ to talk about our main topic of this week, which is petty anime character Mount Rushmore. And of course, TJ has a mountain upon the build up to his Mount Rushmore, so we just gonna go right into it.
All right,
So,
if you don't mind me going, I'll just start from the bottom and work my way up. It's not in any particular order. I just feel like, as per usual, we'll probably have a few in common. I mean, no offense, fellas. It's just what it is. We think alike. We often read the same and watch the same shit. But I'll start from the bottom. Doflamingo.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That's a petty motherfucker.
Since he was a kid.
That's a petty ass motherfucker, bro.
TJ, this nigga has felt very strongly about this dude since his inception.
When they get into Doflamingo's backstory, though, he's been like that since he was a child, and they basically got cast down from the Celestial Dragons. But
he comes from a long line of petty. He has a petty pedigree.
Quite literally. Next up, Reverse Flash. I know he's not an anime character, but that's just how petty he is. I have to acknowledge it.
He would try to ruin Anime Flash's life, so I'm honored that.
Every incarnation of him, not just Eobard Thawne, like I'm talking Hunter Zolomon, Daniel West, all of them.
Is he petty or is he just a hater?
I feel like sometimes that Venn diagram's a circle.
Okay.
Personally. Because I mean, come on, bro. Like, anyway, I'm gonna digress too much because he's not even really an anime character. Aizen, because after a while, I was like, when he was like, every single step you took, Ichigo, was orchestrated by me. Relax, dog.
It's like, so I was just getting my ass beat, like just because. Yes, yeah, nigga.
Legato Blue Summers. He was like unnecessarily petty, and I think it was also due to the fact that he was kind of jealous of Vash. And I think personally, it always felt like Vash was coming in between his relationship between himself and Knives for some reason. So he was like extra just trying to torture the shit out of Vash throughout the whole series.
I respect that.
Prospera Mercury, Soletta's mom, just
evil.
Tokyo Avengers, Kisaki Teta, who I think was probably one of the better villains in that series. Turns out he was just jealous of Takemichi. when they were kids, and he took that to the nth degree.
I hated that he was so petty. And he always had that tan, bro. I was just like, man.
I thought he was a time traveler. It's just that in every fucking timeline, he's that petty.
He's that damn petty.
He's that petty.
Every time.
Lelouch. Just
for those of you keeping count at home, we passed 4.
relax. Don't be keeping count. Don't worry about it.
I'm not tripping.
I felt like you did. That was a flag on the play, bro. Unnecessary roughness.
Hilarious.
Johan speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Griffith speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Bulma. Think about
I don't gotta think about it.
Think about why she first sought out the Dragon Ball. So I'm gonna leave it there. And of course, Dio, first ballot Hall of Fame. All right, I'm gonna pass the mic over to Matt. We haven't heard from you in a bit.
You're gonna regret this because somebody on my list here really pissed Bryce all the way off.
Okay, I'm gonna pass the mic over to.
Let's do it. No, I'm too curious. I'm too curious.
I'm gonna go with.
We can't be mad at Bryce for how he reacts. Then go ahead, Bryce. All right, Bryce, go ahead.
I'm gonna because this came to my head when you threw Flash in there. I'm gonna throw a non-anime nigga in there. Sabretooth from the X-Men animated series, the 90s.
He always fights Wolverine, bro.
If that nigga Wolverine crack a smile, he ready.
Especially on his birthday, bro. Listen, every time it's Wolverine's birthday.
My favorite episode of pure hate that this nigga gave was when he was with the Eskimos, bro. That shit was uncalled for. My man slaughtered the village just because they found him out there and nursed him back to health. They was throwing him up in the air on like the little, with the little mat where they pull it apart. They was tossing him up and shit. He was happy for like a second. Sabretooth. That's crazy. I can't even allow that. But yeah. Top 10 petty, top 10 hater. He really up there.
Yeah.
You just don't. Okay, shit. I'm gonna throw some fucking.
I'm gonna strike Eisen off mine because you already established it. What we had Eisen for. A nigga I thought about was OG Broly because his whole beef was that this nigga was crying too much.
Damn,
and he never let that go.
Right.
He allowed the fact that this nigga would not stop crying to turn him into the most legendary form of their species to date at that point. Staying on the topic of Dragon Ball Z, I hate to do it, but Vegeta. Early on.
That's fair.
Early, even still now, but man, like short Vegeta, super short, just got to Earth Vegeta. Scouter Vegeta.
He was a menace. That's not even petty. That's just he was a menace to himself, his team, others, the galaxy. Yeah. What he did to Nappa. Go on.
I gotta strike Dio on here because it's Dio. I had Tanya the Evil on here.
She a petty motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, no, man.
Her whole everything is petty.
Oh man. Okay.
There's nothing. Tanya the Evil does nothing that does not come from a petty place. There's nothing that is not born from a negative space that comes from this person.
That series is the epitome. That series is petty incarnate.
The protagonist is petty. The main antagonist is petty. Everything that happens in between the two, it's just a petty battle. The series is just petty. Everything is petty. This one a little controversial, but I had to split them because I couldn't decide who. I would split one rock face on my Mount Rushmore, and it would be for Donzo and Toby Rama.
Damn.
They're basically the same person.
Yeah, and two sides of the same coin. Toby Rama's definitely not collecting no fucking eyes though. He like burned them shits. Hey,
that's so fucked up.
It's the truth though.
It is.
It's 100% the truth. He be like burn them. My last one. I'm finna brace myself. You're not gonna know who this is until I explain it. Argyle Delaz. Now, who is Argyle Delaz? He is the leader of the Neo Delaz group, the faction that came from the Zaku.
Oh man, I knew you was gonna go there. Oh man, fuck that group.
And they are responsible for the Nightmare
Oh my
Assault.
God. I can't believe
And consequently,
okay.
he's the leader of the group.
Okay.
The reason I did not put Gato and I put Argyle Delaz is because Argyle is the nigga who set Gato on the mission from jump. The mission itself.
That shit petty as hell, bro. That shit is like
you gotta let me say it.
Bro, that shit is stupid petty. Like there's levels.
The war had ended.
Go ahead.
The war had ended. There was a peace treaty or what have you between the Zeon and the Federation, and they had several spies at one of their bases that discovered that they had nuclear powered Gundams. Upon this discovery, they steal one of the two nuclear powered Gundams. The one that they stole was the one that can launch a nuke. Upon stealing this, they then set up a video thing essentially saying that they would like to restart the war because this is the part that pisses Bryce off. The reason that they are going to restart the war is because they feel like the Federation was not upholding the treaty because they were still building Gundams. They're still building weapons of war and nuclear-based weapons of war. And Bryce's argument is, but how would y'all have known that we were even doing that? Because y'all were already violating the treaty having spies.
Niggas had spies all up in the joint.
It was like, so since we realize y'all making these Gundams, we're going to take the Gundam and we're declaring war again. And their declaration of war is because the Federation violated the peace treaty by still making Gundams.
Just say you just still on that shit, bro. That's all I'm saying. Don't. It's like, yeah, this is your fault. You had spies. They was in our shit, our business, and then you stole shit. You don't even know what the fuck we own. You could do other shit.
It's a rocket, Bryce. It's a rocket powered nuke. Yeah, like you obviously are on some bullshit. You're not on nothing positive.
Hell, nah, I'm not trying to hear that shit. At this point in space, you could probably just have nukes just to like fucking blow up fucking meteors or some shit. I'm not hearing that shit, bro. If you want to be on that bullshit and just continue on the war, bitch, just say that. Why you gotta be on some like sneaky bullshit and then blame us for the sneaky bullshit? What? Hey man, I saw you had some motherfucking some I saw you had I saw you had a new gun in your house. I took the shit. And now, I feel like I'm in danger. So now I got beef with you. Nigga, how you know I got a gun in my house?
They didn't have both the Gundams. So obviously there's some sort of danger because y'all niggas got a nuclear Gundam over there.
But how did you know it was in the crib? How did you get inside? So you snuck in, you found it, and then you took it back, and then you go bring it to me like it's a problem? Yes, it's a problem.
They weren't building Gundams.
But they got spies in the fucking place, man. They got spies.
Bryce's initial argument was, I was like, they weren't building the Gundams. He said the niggas didn't have the resources. How is that they fault? They lost. Because they lost initially. But, bro, to steal a Gundam, I will admit, to go and steal a Gundam and be like, it's crazy that y'all making Gundams. Y'all must not have wanted peace. So we just gonna bring war back then with y'all shit. Like, wait, what? Niggas went behind enemy lines and found an issue. They found a reason.
Like, a crime was committed to discover a crime. That's the issue.
I'm sorry. I went crazy. But
no, it's cool. Gee, I knew it was gonna piss you off. That's why I was like, well,
here we go.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, Argyle Delaz he's the number one nigga on my petty Mount Rushmore, just because that's oh boy. That's up there.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So to
Bryce,
find just last thing. I'm not adding anybody, but honorable mention of shit. My actual four, like the four Mount Rushmore, Argyle the Last, Dio, Tanya the Evil, and Donzo / Toby Rama. Those are my four. Like that would have made the mountain. The rest of them niggas on the other sides of it. They the DLC. All right, now I'm past you, Bryce.
Okay. We gonna go down. We gonna do this. I got some honorable mentions too. Some of them because y'all mentioned. Some of them is it just holds up.
Hold on, not to piss you off more, but also to piss you off more. Are you
hey,
more mad, Bryce, when they did the video that the Gundam was behind them in the video?
Like it's the subtle fuck you. When it's like it's yes, Matt. The whole situation pisses me off. You know this. You know this. You every time you say this, you get a reaction out of me because it's just so fucking petty and unnecessary. Y'all was mad you lost the war. You wanted to re-up the war. You wanted to, but if you want to do that, just you ain't gotta be on the fuck shit. You was already on the bullshit, but
They had lost, so they didn't have resources.
I don't care, Matt. I don't care.
Bryce, like the last time them niggas had resources, they blew up a colony. They did it twice, G.
When you go into the conversation about Gundams and the Void Century, just understand it's just fuckery all around. You don't believe me? Watch Gundam Thunderbolt and see the most bogus way you could ever kill a motherfucker. Ever.
Yeah, like the Universal Century arc, last thing I'm gonna say is always gonna be crazy, y'all. And because things that are simple footnotes are genocide. Genocides are small footnotes in the overall arc of Universal Century. Like, oh yeah, and then Australia got destroyed once. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what did you say? Like, yeah, nothing happened that one year. We just lost Australia. Like the continent? Like, yeah. Huh.
all the koalas is gone, but we still here. Nigga, what?
Yeah, like this fleet that came back, TJ, they had already committed a genocide and then they commit a second one. And the second one was done off of the basis of what I just said. Like,
Jesus.
And you go send me the picture, Matt. You petty. You petty as hell. God damn it.
I put it in the group chat so TJ can see what I meant.
You know this nigga petty. Look at his beard. His weird ass beard. Petty as hell, man.
It's a goatee, G.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Oh shit.
I ain't with it.
I'm gonna let you go on your list, Bryce. I'm sorry.
All right. Here go my list. Honorable mentions. The first one, the main character in 91 Days. It's an anime based in Chicago. It's some gangster shit. Though he is justified for what he goes into in this series, he's basically on a revenge plot. It's still petty as hell. It's still petty, and a lot of motherfuckers died. Some people didn't need to die. So yeah, he's on there. Lil Slugger from Paranoia Agent. You going around and golden roller skates, smacking the shit out of people with a bat. That's petty. And a lot of people you hit are going through some psychological shit. It's the nut shot added to that. That's just bogus. Another person going out for vengeance, Afro. If you watch the anime, you kind of say to yourself, okay, well, Afro's not that bad. When you read the manga, there's no saving grace for Afro. Afro's an asshole. Like, he's a petty motherfucker, and he will sacrifice anybody and anything to keep that headband and to kill number one. And you know what?
Like Griffith to me.
Bro, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's different. That's different. It's okay.
On paper, that sounds the same.
That's all I'm saying.
Afro, okay. Though he's on that bullshit, the reason as such was not his fault. His dad was number one. I don't know why his dad became the number one, but he came number one. He got killed. Afro like, all right, I'm gonna kill the dude to kill my dad. Griffith was on some bullshit with his take. Can we gonna talk about Griffith? I've already said this before. The only reason why Griffith is where he is because he was a pretty nigga. And like we just completely forgot that he's a piece of shit. Like the first time we even interact with the nigga, he's a piece of shit. Guts was on the road, leaving the fucking war. Griffith's niggas, the petty nigga in the Griffith group, I can't remember his name. He died that night. And he was like, yo, can I kill and rob this nigga? Griffith was like, yeah, go ahead. That was fucking bogus. Then he got served. Then Griffith's like, oh yeah, I want you to join my shit. First of all, you
bro,
started.
Strength was a form of currency at that time. You weren't strong.
It still doesn't change the fact that there's some fucking petty ass, bogus ass bullshit.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but also remember too, we did get a bit of knowledge of Griffith's backstory. He didn't come from wealth. Nigga had to scrap, do what he had to do to get to where he was to build up the Band of the Hawk. It was his dream since jump, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, wait, am I defending Griffith? Like,
TJ?
Am I defending Griffith right? Have I become all that I've hated?
I mean, hey, you know, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm just saying, you know.
Oh no, what? No, this is what I was trying to get. I think similar in the sense that to them, the ends justify the means. For both Griffith and Afro is what I was getting at.
The ends justify the means. So when Guts left, and you could have just had your whole thing, did the ends mean you have to climb up to the Princess Tower and fuck the shit out of him? Because I'm gonna tell you something, TJ. That end did not need to happen.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. However, what did it eventually lead up to? Him being in prison, him using the Behelit, and then him being where he is now. Ew, gross. Let's just stop this discussion. It's not making me feel great.
Okay, you're right. Let me keep going on the list. Let me keep going. The Killer and Erase.
Oh yeah, that dude was sinister.
That dude was sinister. We added cartoon characters. I'm gonna say Aku. You know.
Oh yeah,
another generational hater right there.
It's a generational hater, and then he like made Afro go in time to see generations of hateration. Like,
you mean Jack, right?
No, Aku. Aku's petty as fuck.
No, but you said
no. You're saying he made Jack. You said Afro when you were referring.
Oh yeah, I meant Jack. Yeah, he made Jack go to the future and witness just endless hateration.
Witness my petty.
Yeah, witness the petty. And if you watch the series, Aku's did a lot of petty shit. Here we go. The next one, Don Quixote. I had to mention him because of TJ. Denji's very petty. He's a lovable petty, but the nigga is petty.
True.
Prime example, the hotel devil. I can't remember what devil that was, but the nigga said, I can't kill you. Guess what? I'ma just torture you until you want to die. That's petty as fuck. That's evil and petty as fuck. Justifiable. But Jesus. I've already said Griffith. The next one on the list, I'm surprised nobody mentioned this. The Yeager brothers. Aaron and Zeke Yeager are petty as hell.
Yeah.
They some petty motherfuckers.
Through time. Petty through time. Yeah.
Through time.
Yeah.
Niggas
That's a good call. That's actually a really good one. Yeah. Motherfuckers took out a whole nation on some pettiness.
Zeke ass. Hey, I get this power. I'm gonna make all y'all motherfuckers sterile. Nigga, what?
Right. I'm gonna just tell y'all, ain't no nigga in anime named Zeke ever been a good person.
No. That's kind of a giver that this motherfucker's on dirt, isn't.
That's a villain name.
Think of any other Zekes right now to dispute this fact. It feels right, so I'm gonna let it ride.
I mean, infamously, what in at least in America, what was the other name that they called Hal? Yo's brother, Zeke. Like, just bad person.
Yeah. And then this is when we're getting to the Mount Rushmore. Some of these we've already discussed, but I'm just gonna go in. Sasuke Uchiha. Number 4, solid. Everything Sasuke did was petty as hell. Every person he ever came across got fucking fucked over in some way. And ultimately it just came because this nigga was just a fucking emo kid that just can't just let some shit go. Even when he made up with his brother, he was still on some fuck shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be Okage and put everybody in a fucking genjutsu and like make everybody like hate me. And then I'm gonna bring peace to the world. Nigga, what are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you doing, Sasuke?
Just say Toby Ramo was right, bro.
No, Matt. Jesus, no. No. You go to the opposite side of the petty. That doesn't help. You have to stay away from the ends. That's where you find the petty niggas.
Equivalent exchange.
Wow. You know what? I'm gonna add Matt Hambrick to my petty list. I'm adding Matt Hambrick to my petty list. It's you not Mount Rushmore, but fam, you definitely. Next one is Joseph Joestar. That's a petty nigga. He is. I love Joseph. He is my favorite JoJo, but it doesn't change the fact that the things he do was petty as hell. Number 1, you a kid, you get kind of kidnapped in the plane, and so you just go ahead and fucking take over the front of the plane and be like, look, I'll crash this bitch and just start going crazy with it. You remember that?
I'll kill us all.
I kill us all. Hey, yo, bro, chill out.
Hey, free me or I'll crash this bitch. Like, you're flying the plane. You holding us hostage now.
That nigga broke a dude's hand, popping the top off of a soda bottle. What else did Joseph do? He upped the chopper. And grenades, and when that didn't work, he ran and left his homie. He left Smokey. That was petty. Damn, there's only one thing I could do. Run, Smokey. And then he dipped. That was petty. What else? He made his girl think he was dead. Petty. And then he went on and later cheated on her. Had a kid. Petty. Joseph Joestar. Motherfucker. Oh, shit. Let me shut up.
No. Like, why is that petty?
Because Bryce isn't contextualizing the fact that this was a kid outside of his marriage.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh,
he has an illegitimate son. Bryce just said had a kid, petty. TJ was like, how was having a child petty?
Kid outside the marriage, petty. Next up is Dio. Clearly, he is a generational hater. You have to give generational haters their due. And the number 1 petty person on my list, I'm surprised was not mentioned, was Being X from Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Is that the
guy?
That's a petty basically. Motherfucker.
I just went with Tanya herself personally.
Yeah, I can't.
But I feel you. I do feel you. I just personally went with Tanya herself.
For context, TJ, you haven't watched it yet. It's not really much of a spoiler.
Man, fuck it. Just tell them.
Yeah. So
it's God.
I like how Bryce at least tries to respect my ninja way. Like, eat a dick. Anyway,
it's basically Being X is basically a petty god. It's the you start off in the normal world. This dude gets killed, or rather, he's about to get killed. God stops time, and he's like doing like this weird ass monologue. And then the main character is like, yeah, petty. And then the main character like, nigga, who the fuck are you? And God like, nigga, I'm God. Like, what do you mean? Like, don't you see what's happening before you? It's a fucking miracle. Nigga like, nah.
You see, if it's a miracle, he said, how the fuck's a miracle? I'm still gonna get hit by a fucking train. Like, you're not saving me, nigga. Like,
not only that, what type of petty ass guy wants a nigga to witness this shit and like have a fucking monologue, nigga? Like, what you on, bro? You weird. So the nigga like, well, maybe if you pray to me, I might save you. The nigga like, fuck you, I'm not praying. So he's like, all right, bitch. Have fun in your next life. You about to go to like one of the worst worlds you could possibly go to. And guess what? By the end of this motherfucker, you're going to pray to me. You are going to pray to God. And that's when I fucking win. And the entire series is about Tanya fucking having a war against God. It's a good ass series, but goddamn, God is petty than a motherfucker. Petty. Oh man, if you rewatch it and catch the subtle shit with God in it, it's like, bro.
It was like, what you was on, man?
What you on, bro? What you on? Like you got like prophets and shit. You just putting them in war and shit to be on some bullshit with Tanya. It's like, bro, like, come on.
I got an honorable mention for you guys.
Let's go.
Han my Yujiro.
Mm-hmm. I got another one. Young Taguro.
Yeah.
Hey, because the little nigga knows, like, didn't we beat you? Not only did you not beat me, I'm way stronger, and I'm finna destroy this parking garage while you in it, so you know, like, how much I really was playing with niggas. But also, RIP to whoever whips and stuff was up in here.
I'm gonna add another one to the list. Gear 5th Luffy. That's a petty motherfucker. Just Luffy in general is petty.
It's a rubber person.
Keeps trying to eat Chopper, low key.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a solid list, y'all. That's a solid list.
Well, I guess I'm gonna take us up out of here. If you guys don't have anything else,
I got 7
add.
more. Okay,
There
no,
we go.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you guys for rocking with us. This has been another episode of the Now Mind You podcast. Next week, what you can look forward to coming from us as far as our topic of the week. Next week, we have our favorite Kamehameha, only one. So I know TJ is gonna have an aneurysm, and so is Bryce. I have my personal favorite, but that is going to be topic of the week next week. Also, we're going to have a bit of a pretty
I refuse to be shackled. No, I'm joking.
There he is.
We're going to have a full table next week for you guys as far as our manga section is concerned, because we will be getting Kaiju number 8. It better not be no fucking art chapter. I'm not mad about it. My Hero Academia. Jujutsu Kaisen. We also are getting Dragon Ball Super. We are also getting Sakamoto Days. We are also getting Chainsaw Man. And yeah, we will be doing our full. Oh, and we're also getting Hajime no Ippo. So next week, we get another one of those. I guess not necessarily rare, but uncommon situations where we get to hit our entire docket of all of the manga that we cover. So be ready for a pretty thick chapter and episode next week. You can follow us all on social media at Now Mind You Podcast. You can follow me at Mad Hambrick. That's MATTHAMBRIC TJ.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS__SKATE. Bryce.
Find me on Instagram at Ashe_Onsa. That's AXE_ONCA. Bay.
And you can find me in St. Louis, Morgan. Oh. Go ahead, Bryce. What were you saying?
Where can they find us?
Find us at Now Mind You Podcast, wherever you like to get your podcast and wherever you like to get your social media. We are everywhere. And with that, we will see you guys over in the combat episode, or we'll see you next week. Peace out.
Peace.